Patriots Minicamp has officially come to a close. We won't see them on the field until training camp in July, but we got some news. It's time to get nostalgic, people. A legacy etched in bronze forever. The GOAT, Tom Brady is getting his statue. It'll be unveiled against the Commanders preseason game on August 8th. So, I'm excited because I love Tom Brady. He's still the background on my phone. I want to ask you guys, what is your favorite Tom Brady memory? It could be any of them, but let's not go basics. Let's not go the Super Bowl. No, give me your favorite memory. My favorite memory right now, it's got to be that Saints game in 2013. Unicorns! Show ponies! Where's the beef? I ran around my house screaming on that touchdown to Kemba Tompkins. Light up the comments section and give me your favorite memory. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And now that minicamp's over, all of the offseason workouts. We've gone through OTAs, we've gone through minicamp, so let's start going over the winners and losers of the Patriots offseason. Now, I will say, get a little bit excited because, well, we started off with some excitement with Tom Brady, but we got the Patriots training camp schedule the first day. Shout out to Babs, who called it on Twitter. If you know Babs on the mic on Twitter, let me know down in the comments. But he tweeted out, he said, I think the Patriots Patriots training camp is going to start Wednesday, July 3rd, and he was spot on. Right on the money. You got a joint practice with the Commanders there, and that's when you'll see the statue. But I'm excited for it. Let's get into the winners and losers, though. The first one. I'm not going to give you guys Drake Maye. He's a winner, obviously, but he already looks great. We're going to start with Christian Gonzalez going into his third season, and I'm excited because it looks like he's already in midseason form. I mean, from the start of OTAs to now, it looks like he's just been in fourth gear. And like a NASCAR, the current Gen 7 car, shifting into fifth gear. He looks absolutely incredible. And I think he's also taken into consideration that people are giving him a lot of disrespect. PFF doesn't have him on their top 25 players under 25. They listed him at 15th in top cornerbacks in the league. So he's come out and he has shined. Mike Reese, he tweeted this out. He capped off what seemed like a strong spring with a one-handed interception. The Patriots actually tweeted this video out, and he just hauled it in just like that. Pretty easy. I'm not going to say it was a bad throw. I'm always going to say Drake Maye throws good throws. But that was one thing that I saw. And he also intercepted in that first OTA practice where Drake Maye threw 4 of them. Yeah, Christian Gonzalez is all over him. Drake Maye's targeting him. He's just really trying to get in it. But he had 3 interceptions so far in these offseason practices. Second team All-Pro. And you're not going to put some respect on his name. Like, I think he's going to try to prove himself that he is a top 5 corner in this league. And now you have Carlton Davis on the other side, which is great. He's also eligible for a contract extension after this year. And if he plays great, he's going to get that extension. He's going to get paid. This is what Evan Lazar had to say. He said Gonzo was the Patriots' best player this spring. His silky smooth interception was a jaw-dropping highlight on Tuesday, with Gonzalez staying over the top of Williams' route to reel in the deep pass attempt by Maye. Gonzo made a similar ridiculous pick in the first open practice in deep zone coverage. The third-year pro was lacking down his side of the field, with free agent addition Carlton Davis consistently manning the opposite corner spot in practices. I'm super hyped, man. I really think this defense is going to be something serious. And the Patriots, once again, they have an all-pro cornerback. They have one of the best in the league. And he's going to solidify himself as one of the top ones in the NFL. Will Christian Gonzalez have a big season? I know you guys are going to put Y's, but I want to see it. I want to prove it to me that you really think it. Let me know down in the comments section below. This next guy that I'm going to be talking about, Christian Gonzalez, yeah, he's had an absolutely great spring. He's going to have a great season too. And this guy, he's kind of surprised some people. The little Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Wes Welker lookalike, Efton Chism III, the undrafted free agent out of Eastern Washington. And this is going to sound very sus. I'm going to be a big pause. But I can't get enough of Efton Chism. I'm seeing the highlights. There was one where he cut and then had a little spin move like that play, specifically in Super Bowl 49 that scored the game-winning touchdown that Edelman had. Yeah, that looked like Efton Chism the other day. Go on Twitter and find it. It's awesome. He's just been making an absolute name for himself. He's impressed Stefon Diggs. He's impressed Drake Maye. He's had a lot of connections with Drake Maye. And more importantly, he's getting the mind of Mike Vrabel, the most important guy you want to get on the same page with. Mike Vrabel said, I think he's a talented player. I think he has a certain skill set. He's dedicated. He's studied extremely hard. I'll make note. He's been beginning of practice, end of practice, showing that he should be a part of this team. He has a good feel for what we're asking him to do. I think the biggest thing for receivers is that there's trust from the guy that throws the ball. And, well, I'll say this. When you earn the quarterback's trust, any one of them that we can have, any one of the three, whether it's Drake Maye, Joshua Dobbs, or Ben Wooldridge, it doesn't take you long to figure out who the quarterback trusts. It's the ones they target. That's a good indicator. And before I was going to go into that, lost my train of thought, but I'll say this. He's gaining the trust of Drake Maye, and Drake Maye made this little joke during minicamp and OTAs. Mike Reese tweeted about it. He was like, yeah, Chiz had about 50 catches in OTAs. He was just all over the field. There was one practice where he had 7 receptions, the most out of any wide receiver. He's working with the first-team OTAs, which is something you don't or first-team offense, which is something you don't see from an undrafted free agent. Yeah, Javon Baker, yeah, he's working in those little workouts that you see with Drake Maye, but he's not getting in that first-team rep. You're just working out in second team and third team, so that's something to keep your eye on. Really something to keep your eye on. Efton Chism, man, I'm looking forward to watching him this preseason and training camp. Before we get any further, got to give you guys an update on the sub battle. We are so close to 100, and I want to stomp my feet right on the Bills breakdown because the Patriots, we used to own the Bills. Now the Bills have owned us a little bit, so we can own them in the Chat Sports sub battle. 150 subs to 53. Let's skyrocket that. Let's get to 200. Hit that big red sub button. Subscribe to Patriots Today. My last one, I've said multiple times how much this player, this position is meaningful. Kickers are people too. Kickers are people too. Andy Borregales, your draft pick. Yeah, the Patriots drafted a kicker. And I always looking forward to seeing what a kicker can do. You went from Adam Vinatieri to Steven Gostkowski to Nick Folk, who was actually pretty solid. Nick Folk, won't lie, was very good. But you've known that the Patriots always have a good kicker, and you always need a good kicker. Because there's a lot of the times, I can picture it in my mind now. Remember the Chargers back a couple years ago when they kept missing those, it was Younghoe Koo kept missing those field goals, and yeah, they ended up missing the playoffs because 2 missed game winners? Yeah, if you can kick from 50, that's all that matters. It is so important. And Borregales has showed off. He's in a kicker battle with Parker Romo right now, but Parker Romo, I think, has missed around. He's not as great. 15 of 20. Yeah, Borregales is 19 of 20. Only missed 1 kick in the 5 practices in front of the media. So he's obviously your kicker 1. Sorry, Parker Romo. You're going to have to find a new job because the guy from Miami, he's going to be a star in this league. Before we go any further, I got to tell you guys about the sale going on. The week's almost over. It's Thursday. You got a couple more days where you can get your Drake Maye jerseys on sale because once you see starting Monday, you're not going to see this deal going on. 20% off Drake Maye jerseys, and hell, 20% off all Patriots jerseys. All Nike jerseys are on sale. So if you want to go out and get a Diggs jersey, you want to go out and get a Will Campbell jersey, hell, if you want to take a risk and get an Efton Chism jersey like I think he's going to be a lock for the team, get yours today, chatsports.com/Maye jersey. You don't want to type it out? We'll have that in the comments and description of today's video. Now, of course, we got to go to the losers, and I am the biggest hater on YouTube, apparently, for this guy, Javon Baker. Biggest hater on YouTube because, well, I am going to say it. If you play good, I talk about you good. If you play bad, I talk about you bad. And me personally, I think this is the end of the Baker experiment. Yeah, you drafted him out of UCF. He played incredible in college. Absolutely great in college. Came to the NFL, had 1 catch. got an anger problem or got an attitude problem. It's just it's time for a new fresh start, and there's too many wide receivers on this squad for just him to be there. This is what Brian Hines of Pat's Pulpit had to say. He sits behind Kayshon Boutte, who's actually looked really well, and then Kyle Williams on the X depth chart. So those two guys are going to be your X wide receiver, and Javon Baker's kind of the odd man out. Well, one of his most notable moments of the spring came when Mike Vrabel had to vocally tell the receiver to get back in the huddle multiple times after he celebrated a downfield catch and jogged to the sideline. Come on, man. Like, if you're doing that still, and I've said it multiple times, we haven't heard a lot about Baker since then. He's had a couple catches where we've seen him look good, but overall, if you go through Boutte, you go through Kyle Williams, Kendrick Bourne. I think Jalen Polk is also on the bubble too. If you go watch my video coming up this weekend about the roster projections, you'll see there's not a lot of wide receivers left spots on this roster. So I think that Javon Baker is kind of just the odd man out, and I hate to say it. I hope you do well. Go on another team, but I don't think the Patriots are there for you much longer. My second loser is Marte Mapu. And I have him listed at safety, guys, but we got some news this morning that he's completely changing his position. And he was solid last season, but the one problem was he couldn't be in pass coverage ever. Great run defender. Great guy when he's on the inside, but you put him back in coverage, struggled. So, what Gerard Mayo and Bill Belichick never did, they fully moved him to linebacker. So I think that's going to help him. I don't know if that's going to be a make or break. I think he possibly could have been cut as a safety, but now that you have linebacker like Jelani Tavai going out, I think there's a big possibility that he could get some reps here and show off that, hey, I'm a way better linebacker than I am safety. And with Jelani Tavai not playing, you're going to fill that role. So this is going to be kind of a make-or-break season. Now, I've listed him as a loser because, well, that was before he was fully moved into linebacker. As a safety, yeah. As a linebacker, though, I think it's a possibility that he could actually show that he's worthy to be on this team, because if he's not, well, then you're gonna be a 53-man cut. Now, my last loser on the team, and this is another guy that people always seem to talk about, Anthony Jennings. It's not a safety, he's an edge. That's my fault. But for Jennings, he just really doesn't fit this Patriots defense. He's a great run defender, just like Mapu. Great run defender. But this new Patriots defense, especially on the edge, we are trying to pass rush. You don't go out and get Milton Williams just to be that guy that's going to stop the run. You want to get to the quarterback. Christian Barmore's back. You brought in Harold Landry and Clavon Chason to rush the quarterback. Guys that get 9 sacks. Like Harold Landry had 9 sacks last season. Anthony Jennings had 2.5. Great run defender outside. This is what Hines said also. While Jennings has been one of the more disruptive outside run defenders, he consistently ran with the backup defense while Keon White. Oh, yeah, Keon White. He was listed as a defensive tackle. He's also going to start playing edge a lot more. Harold Landry and Chason repped with the top unit. So since he's also... You also have Braden Swinson projected to be a factor into this group. Jennings appears to be the outside looking in, OLI, for a roster spot. And that's kind of just how it goes. Like, the Patriots are looking for guys that can get to the quarterback. And Anthony Jennings, I got you listed as a 1. You might easily be flipped in. And if Braden Swinson can show out and show that he's a rookie and showing that he is going to be great, you're going to get cut or traded so goddamn quickly. I want to see you do good. I know how much of a run defender you are, but that's just not the Patriot way anymore. No pun intended. No pun intended. Do you guys still believe in Anthony Jennings? I am starting to lose faith because I don't think he can get to the quarterback in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't have that explosiveness off the line of scrimmage that you see with some of these guys. Type B for believe, type D for don't down in the comments section. I want to see all your comments down there. That's going to do it for today's episode of Patriots Today. Once again, let's beat the living hell out of the Bills breakdown in the June sub battle. 3 subs, and we go to over 100. So hit that big red sub button. Also, give me a follow on Twitter at @TheRealAlper. I'm your host, Brett Alper. And as always, let's go Pats.